Hello and welcome back. I shall immediately unpause and only then shall we start talking about things. Today is the 10th of November. I think that I've gone missing for the last 7 days, maybe 6 days, I'm not sure. Something like a week though, because I had to be doing a lot of stuff for university exams, concerning the penal code mostly, which led me into a situation where I couldn't record videos as freely and as frequently as I do usually. Now, since it is already the 10th, we only have the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th for the continuation of this series, which means that we're not really making it anywhere with it, are we? I thought about, jumping in as like a count or whatever, but there's nothing really that we can do. What I will do instead is I will just, fast forward it. Maybe I will just fast forward it off camera as well, one of those two options. Stellaris will come back tonight as well. And Stellaris will continue post the 13th November, but on the 13th November, we will be seeing a change in pace. We will be seeing a change in everything, practically speaking. I will be doing a Holy Fury campaign, and now I'm not entirely sure what exactly. Wait, let me just. There you go. I'm not entirely sure what exactly we will be playing in Holy Fury, but believe me, whenever it becomes available, and I doubt that it will be available prior to 5 PM, usually it's available around, what, like 6 PM, 8 PM CET, so my time. Since all the Crusader Kings videos release on 5 PM, that, usually spells trouble, but I think in this case we'll be fine. And I'll just release CK2 whenever possible. I don't know how to play it. I will have to think about it earlier. I know that there is a setting that makes it so that everything is like randomized and such and whatnot. But it's just like, I don't care for that. We've done a playthrough of that here already, and it's fine. It's just it's too easy to blob. Or if you don't know what the actual religions are because it's not historical, then you just look at it and you're like, oh, I don't give a shit about that stuff. But what else is new in Holy Fury in the upcoming DLC? So, Shattered and Random World. I already talked about those. We won't include those in the primary CK2 playthrough that will start on the 13th. Maybe I will do a secondary playthrough that starts maybe like, 2 days after release of Holy Fury, and then we just jump into that and have a good time. They have warrior lodges. Join a pagan warrior lodge and raid your way up the ranks, including access to powerful allies and great military skill. Legendary bloodlines, now that is something. Descendants of great warrior heroes will have bonuses that match the accomplishments of their forefathers, including historical bloodlines of Charlemagne, Genghis Khan, and others. Sway or antagonize your neighbors. Try to win a reluctant vassal through charm and persuasion, or provoke someone you want to push into conflict. That is amazing, I love that. Sainthood. Pious Catholics can become canonized, passing on their glory to their descendants and making the resting place a site of great value. Coronations. Feudal kings and emperors must find clergy to crown them, since all power descends from the heavens. New Crusade events. Deeper gameplay for the religious wars of the era. New succession laws. A pagan elder council may have the final word in how the realm is divided among heirs, or a ruler may change his brother to combat to unify a realm. And much more. Changes to religion, custom names for people or objects, deeper baptismal mechanics, lists of people you've killed, and other small changes for flavor and variety. We will be playing a Catholic Lord. I can already tell you that much. I don't need to know more, but we will play a Catholic Lord because that is the theme. I want to do a war for the Holy Land. I want to try to get a share of the Holy Land, even if it isn't everything. But I want to take a look at the new mechanic there. I want to take a look at the mechanic that brings the church and the feudal lords together and essentially makes this into the actual Crusader Kings game, We've waited 6 years. We've waited 6 years for new Crusader mechanics, and now here we are, and it has finally worked out. I'm very enthusiastic. I think I can phrase it like that. I'm very enthusiastic when it comes to where this is going. And how this game works. So yeah, what can I say? I hope that on the 13th we will have a wonderful time with some sort of Catholic vassal. I think we want to start fairly small, try to work our way up the ranks, maybe with a Crusader too. We're not going to start in one of the earlier bookmarks because I want the Holy Roman Empire to exist. Maybe we want to play as Bavaria, thinking about it. Why not, right? Why not play as Bavaria in like the 1066 start? That would be kind of nice. We could jump around later, but I feel like Bavaria would, of course, you know, be a neat little thing to do. So I think that is what we're gonna end up with. But before that, let's focus on the current campaign that we have in front of us. What I'm very, very sad about is the fact that Canberra is not holding it together. They're fighting, like Canberra's vassals are attacking England, as you can see right here, and they're winning and losing, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the real loss is over here in Ireland, where, wait, he's Cathar. Why is he independent? Is he, wait, I didn't check. Was he a peasant leader? Oh, he wasn't even a peasant leader. How did he get into power? Rus and Ruthenia did fall apart, just as I had intended for them, but they didn't do it in a manner that is, you know, good enough to actually have a splintered, you know, Russia. Ruthenia mostly held on to the territory that it held prior to anything else, like, you know, before I left it. Seduction, focus. Oh, look at you. Khazaria is now the heir of Prishbor of Ruthenia. Vejabor of Khazaria will get that power. Did the Slavic Church establish? Yeah. Almost all of Old Slavic is gone now. We have a very strong Slavic faction over here. Not comparable, of course, to a Muslim faction down there, but it doesn't really matter. It's, you know, the Muslims were really doomed to fail. We propped them up at the start with the Taganids, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. That is all I can tell you. Now, what is going on over here? Are you still... No, she's actually Orthodox, but she's a rebellion. What? Oh, that's right. Oh my god. That's right, he's a Sunni Muslim. And he even converted some land already. Oh, that is not okay. That is not okay. With Upper Lorraine also Muslim. Yeah, we have some Muslim lords and ladies here. That's a bit weird, but what can you say? Cathar again now is the primary religious orientation of Christianity, of Catholic Christianity anyway. Still got some Catholics though. But other than that, I mean, the most boring section where I ruined the game, where I straight up ruined this game, is without a doubt India. It's horrible. It's actually legitimately just horrible to have India the way it is over here. I shouldn't have built that empire. I made it far too strong. I was too ambitious. What is really nice, and what I think we may jump into in the next episode, might be Sicily. I really like what the Of Mainz dynasty has done here. Oh, they hold Serbia and Sicily. That spells... Ah, yeah, that spells trouble. They're way too far away from actually founding the Byzantine Empire. And I don't know if we should jump in as them. Look at Aquitaine, though. Oh, they've completely ousted France now. France. Oh, I don't know if that's right. That doesn't look right. And apparently England has been annexed, I assume, via a holy war by Alban. And Alban is Slavic, but also Fraticelli, and what? You know, I mean, I don't even want to complain. The actual threat that we faced in the British Isles were the Germanics, but now we have a reformed Slavic ruler. This is actually too much. What were you? Yeah, you were still Germanic, and then all of a sudden this dude comes in. Were they the... Were you... No, Padan ruled before, but until now they were all Germanics. And now they turn around and just do this, huh? Man, there's some stories in this playthrough, but I will still hold on to the idea. Oh, look at Sicily, good lord. How are they doing this? I wish I could reform the Germanic faith. Man, they've done an incredible job, but I think it's too late to reform another faith, right? We need this. How doable is that Hanover? What is that? Stop the auto-saving game. That's Braunschweig. That is controlled by Poland. Would be doable for Norway. Norway is Slavic though? Well, I mean, you know, that's the end of that story, I suppose. Yeah, the Germanic The Germanics have fallen. Their strongest, I think the strongest nation just flat out of the Germanics is down here. 20,000. 20,000 troops. You have 14,000. What the? Is he invading somebody? And I'm missing it. Like, is he preparing an invasion? No, they're just attacking the Finns. I don't think he is preparing an invasion. But he has 3 kingdom titles now. Sicily, Africa, and Serbia. Fascinating that he actually bothered to create Africa. But I do think that may have been a mistake, all things considered. Mauritania still exists, huh? How did that happen? Why are you over here? I guess Aquitaine and the West Africans kicked you out, and the West Africans are going in deeper into Aquitaine. Oh, they're cleaning up. Yep, the Mali's pushing up with a very healthy amount of troops. And now they're going to clear out Aquitaine. If nope, they just ignore them, I suppose. Let me just, you know what, let me just turn off autosave. It doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. Nope, language is not French. God bless. Let's say 10 years, whatever, dude. So, what is this war exactly about? What are they fighting for here? Oh, you were attacking. Oh, you idiot. Yeah, they were attacking the Africans, but the Africans are fighting back. And let me tell you, I think that they certainly are a force to be reckoned with. Now, France actually has nice borders. I really adore this. If they just, you know, annex the nonsense in here, these are great borders. I really like that part. Other than that, Canberra, I mean, what can you say? Canberra becomes more and more just a territorial power instead of the Merchant Republic there was always meant to be. But I do also think that at this point it isn't the only Merchant Republic anymore, or is it? Yes, we have Athens going around being a good old Merchant Republic. However, they are also Orthodox. No, like Slavic or something Republic. We only have the Cathar Republic and then the Orthodox Republic over here. Let's see, Tranquil. I remember this. We played the Tranquil. I think we were we De Leon? I don't think we were. Leon were our enemies, right? Yeah, we were De Pohoet. Whatever, dude. You know the drill. We have a Slav up here. Gniewosh is most certainly a Slavic name. Of Mainz, of course, the Sicilians. Dojai is still in power. Whatever actually happened to the... Let's take a look here. Give me maybe Kabylia history. House Tagamede. Let's see. We have 0 living members of the family Tagamede. They are all dead. Let's see. It did have a king over here. This is the Tagamede Kingdom, which was technically the Kingdom of Africa. And then they just... Nope. He still had it. Ooh. Oh, and he only had... Yeah, he only had women as children, which of course... Yeah, very, very... What a high amount of women, good lord. Do you see that? They were all women. So the downfall of the Tagamedes at the end of the day was something that happened for multiple reasons. I mean, you know, they certainly... Oh, Bohemia and Poland unified. Ruthenia also holding on. Suomi, I think, yeah, Finland died. Finland is gone. Oh, that's the Kingdom of Pomerania. I thought that was Finland. Anyway, but yeah, many reasons, but I think one of them certainly was that they just didn't have anybody that could inherit. Maybe in the next episode we should play Sicily. I think Sicily can totally reform Byzantine Empire, which would be ridiculous. Would they even be allowed to do it is a question that is more than vital, I think. Oh, we can't even check. What are the creation requirements? Well, not that it really matters. I'm a bit disappointed that Francia hasn't been founded. Francia? I don't know how you pronounce that in English. But I do think like that could have been better off if they just created an empire. Even... Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nonsense. Holy shit. Aquitaine has been pushing in down south here. They will keep pushing in. They have Burgundy founded, which is very limited. Aquitaine already annexed some part of Burgundy over here. But they don't have Andalusia or Galicia founded, which to me just... Oh, Leon is also now Shia. Oh, they're Shia and they're Sunni. I can't believe that Sunni made such a strange comeback. Such an actually strange comeback. They were ousted from the Middle East. They were ousted from the MENA states, from the MENA states. Also commonly called the Maghreb. Right, that's the term, the Maghreb. They were ousted, and then they make a resurgence in Spain and France. Good lord, what a weird reality this is. In the meantime, if you haven't followed it, when this video goes up, they're still streaming. I think, though, that this may be the last day. I think it is the last day. They are having the grandest LAN event in Poland, hosted by Paradox Interactive, with a lot of YouTubers or Roombas there. I realize that much, but they're already like in 1700 something. And this video comes out in 6.5 hours from when I am recording it right now. Which means I think they will be streaming until like 10 PM today. 10 PM CET, of course. So Paradox, gives you the opportunity to chime in, communicate with them, have some nice little entertainment by the late game stages of an EU4 LAN, in which developers and YouTubers participate. Now, I was sadly not invited, but let me tell you, as somebody that hasn't posted in 6 days, of course I haven't been invited, just not active enough. That's the only reason, I swear. But other than that, I mean, tune in if you're interested. I like tune in and tune out. It's not my cup of tea, usually, especially because I'm not the biggest EU4 fan. Now, I've done a number of EU4 playthroughs here on this channel, but it still doesn't... Oh, look at you, Mallorca. By a German. Now, that makes a lot of sense, actually. They're blobbing like mad. It's crazy, but they are gonna... Why are you creating so many titles? Stop that. Why are you doing this? Now, Serbia splinters, that's not even too bad, but Africa splintering, that's just a bad idea. Anyway, tune into that. It's both on their Twitch and on their YouTube channel, and you can just have a look at how the game is going there. France has reconverted to Germanic, I guess because their leader died. Norway probably still Slavic. Yeah, I think they're gonna stay Slavic. They are now a tightly established Slavic nation. We got the Icta. We got the final conversion to feudalism over here in Ruthenia, which is quite helpful. We still got some tribal stuff going on here with Norway. Of course, the Merchant Republic, mostly ruled by non-Merchant Republic lords, but what can you do? The Port-Rouet. Icta, of course, making a resurgence. Tribal coming up down here from the... What is this? Monastic feudal? The monastic feudal government, much like the ordinary feudal government, revolves around the oath between liege and vassal, and monastic feudal lords can only directly own so many holdings before they must start to rely on vassals, whose loyalty may vary. The monastic feudal government is unique to Tibetans of either the Buddhist or Burn faiths and allows holding temples in addition to castles. Monastic feudal rulers can also construct Gompa monastery buildings in castle holdings. I wonder what that is. Let's have a look. Where is the Gomta? I don't see the Gomta. Anyway, that's the overview of that. Direct vassals doesn't really reveal us anything. We don't have any defensive pacts. Oh no, we do have Aquitaine. Yeah, that's a big one. Aquitaine is kind of dumbstruck. Nobody can... Oh! I wasn't even aware of all that up here. Although I probably should have seen it. But yeah, Sicily is a power to be reckoned with, and once this man dies, it may no longer be. But for the moment, Dorjaya, of course... Wait, what? What? Is that a civil war? It has to be, right? Anatolia. This is not a civil war. They are independent. He's also of the Dorjaya dynasty. What happened here? How did the empire split? Legitimately. The empire split. How did that happen? How do you gain independence from an empire? Now his seat, I can't even... Am I blind? Where is his actual seat of power? Oh, it is right here. Then why? Oh, I must have misclicked earlier. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how they did it, but the Dojaya family has split their realm, and that, holy shit! Look at this. The Empire of Sistan. Wait, was the other dude an emperor? I didn't even see that. Shardam Empire. Come on. What? They split in 3 ways. I didn't even realize that. And he actually has Rajasthan. But is Rajasthan just... Oh, Rajasthan is this one. How did they split? Oh, these idiots. Now do I realize. I didn't even think... Why are you not an emperor? No, I don't understand that. So the issue obviously was that they were in Gavelkind, and they had more than one empire, which is something that you should never do. As AI or as a player, it should always be discouraged. It's idiotic. That's all it is. Aquitaine is growing nicely. I like Aquitaine. But I'm so confused. So it's clear. Dojaya had a split with Rajasthan, both of which are empires. You will see that here. We are the Deccan Empire, that is the one that I founded. Then Rajasthan was an empire. And I assume that the Bengal Empire actually exists. Nope, you're just a kingdom as well. That is very strange. I don't know how Maharashtra became independent, because they shouldn't be independent. They are kings, not an empire. And as a king, you don't splinter. You just become a new vassal of Dojaya. Maybe he actually did an independence war, because he does control huge swaths of the land. But that is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. He doesn't even have a claim on any of the empires, so maybe that's a final split over there. Now, Aquitaine is actually, I created it as an Occitan powerhouse, as a powerhouse for Orthodoxy. And yet they converted, and they converted successfully, it looks like. They're still blobbing, and it looks like they are not going to stop. 25k troops. That is crazy. That is actually, I gotta say, Aquitaine went through wild changes, and they've done it. Sicily still holding it together. The evil still lives. He has a nice mask. Like that mask legitimately looks nice. History of the Jinn. Here's my idea. Maybe I'm gonna fast forward it so that in the next episode, maybe the Mongols, maybe the Aztecs arrive, and we can have a look at Europe, bracing that. I don't want to play it myself, because in one episode we would never be able to do enough of it to actually warrant doing that. So maybe I'm gonna fast forward it off camera a bit, and then oh, they split, and they're now Orthodox apparently. God damn it. They're all Orthodox. Even Africa. How did they all turn out Orthodox? Every single one of them. Oh, he converted? What? Wow. That is... I don't know what to think about that, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to think about that. The Musaid Sultanate, that is not a sultanate at all. Ruthenia, in the meantime, they're all holding. Interesting stuff. Alban also still blobbing. Still holding on to their Germanic belief, or rather they have returned to it. Aquitaine also pretty strong. The Order of Saint Anthony. Now this is the biggest bullshit you will ever see in your life, and yet it happened. Yeah, I think. So here's the deal. I think I will see you in the next episode, at which point the Mongols and or the Aztecs will probably be arriving. See you then. Bye.